This is the Magical Shoes Barefoot Baloo toddler shoe. If you've gotten this far, I'm assuming you, like me, got into the barefoot shoe space as an adult, and after seeing how it fixed your feet, are now trying to spare your kids the pain you experienced that drove you to barefoot shoes in the first place. This is a fantastic option to keep your kiddos' toesies in their natural state of splay as they grow and develop. Let's get into it.
Hey there, I'm glad you're here. My name is Chris. This is the Sons of Sever YouTube channel, where there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad gear. Today, we are featuring the first pair of kids' barefoot shoes on the channel. Like I talked about in the intro, maybe you're in the same boat as me. I got into barefoot shoes a couple years ago as an adult and saw all the amazing benefits that I'd been missing out on all of my life. And one of the first thoughts that I had was, how do I not screw up my kids' feet the way that my feet got screwed up? Now, one thing I want to make sure to say, I do not blame my parents for my deformed feet. It was 100% my choice to spend a lot of my youth in super tight cleats that pushed my pinky toe up over the next toe and pushed that toe down under the next toe. So I've got a little bit of this going on. It's fixed itself a little bit with wearing barefoot shoes for the last couple of years, but I would rather go back in time and not have to deal with any of that, get myself some barefoot shoes and be happier with my feet today. With all that said, obviously, we are featuring a toddler-friendly barefoot shoe from Magical Shoes Barefoot. These are the Baloo shoes. I have a 17-month-year-old, at least that's how old he is as of the filming of this video, and he started walking about a month ago. As soon as that happened, my wife and I were concerned about his footwear. She actually had some foresight into this, and she saw a recommended shoe. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it has a sock upper, a wide toe box. It's zero drop rubber lower. That shoe is going to be featured on this channel as well for review at some point, and then we'll probably do a comparison between the two. But we've tried to be very mindful about his little toesies and making sure that they stay in the healthiest form possible. I reached out to Magical Shoes Barefoot and they agreed to send this guy out. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to go over the specs of the shoe on the website, and then I'm going to talk about how it performs to the best of my ability, considering I can't wear these, so I can't tell you how they feel on my foot, but I can tell you the differences in my son's ability to walk in these compared to some other shoes that he has. So getting into the website, one thing that I appreciate is that they sort all their kids' shoes into seasonal. So this specific model of shoe is meant for spring, summer, and autumn. They are intended for every day and learning to walk. The upper is a natural Napa cowhide leather, and the lining is also cowhide leather. I don't think it's technically lined with cowhide leather. I think just the outside is the outside of the leather, and the inside is the inside of the leather. There's an insole, and it is vegetable tanned leather. The outsole is their non-slip magical rubber, and it is 3.3 millimeters, so very nice and thin, and you can see that grip pattern that they have on there. They are 65 tiny little grams. These ones are rated to have the highest flexibility, and they definitely squish and bend and twist. And, of course, they are zero drop. Before we talk about the performance of the Baloo, we want to talk about some affiliates. The first one is Splay. This is the freestyle. We have a review of it on the channel. You can click this card in the corner in order to navigate over to that if you're interested in learning more about it. But this is like the barefoot canvas shoe that can replace your Vans and your Chuck Taylors. It has that really nice wide toe box. It's only got a 5.5 millimeter stack height. It's extremely bendy and flexible, and I actually love it for the gym. I also wear this specific shoe to church sometimes, so it dresses up pretty well too. If you're interested in checking out Splay, head down to the link in the description. The other affiliate that we want to talk about is an athleisure company. It is called Triplo. Triplo makes awesome gear that we love. This hoodie is extremely comfortable. This is their Genesis hoodie. They also make really nice activewear shirts, fantastic joggers, running shorts, the whole gamut. If you need something for the wife, they've got leggings, and a portion of all of their sales goes towards missions or services being done for people who need it. If you're interested in checking out O, head down to the link in the description. There'll also be a discount code down there that you can use. So this is going to be a pretty short conversation, and I'm going to make sure to roll in a ton of B-roll of my boy running around in the backyard and these things so you can see how they perform. But I think these have been the best pair of shoes for him learning how to walk. I say that because he kind of struggled in the other two pairs of shoes he's worn the most since he started walking, tripping over himself a lot, even to this day. If we put him in one of those pairs of shoes, there's a pair of boots that he got as a hand-me-down from some cousins, and we have that other sock shoe thing. Those both tend to trip him up quite a bit. I think the reason the sock shoe one does is because the rubber comes up over the toe, and that's kind of weird for him. This, on the other hand, his toes come up, you know, to the leather portion, and then nothing wraps up over his toes. So there's not protection for his toes. I don't know that that's the most important thing. We do have a bit of a lip down here, and it is getting a little bit torn up as he's kicking rocks and twigs and tripping over pavers and stuff like that. But I think these are plenty protective, and they really do give him a natural platform to spread his feet out on. One of the things that I noticed and I actually captured on film was a little bit of rocking action as he was standing. You could see him lifting the fronts of his feet and his toes up and then them coming back down. It seems like he has a very good sense of the ground in these shoes. Overall, I think he's been more stable, and I think he's tripped over a lot less things in this very minimal, flat, flexible shoe. So my last opinion that I'm going to give you of these, since I can't actually wear them, I'd recommend them based on the performance. I do want to talk about sizing just a little bit, because kids' shoe sizing in Europe is something else, and they are a Europe-based company. So we have size 18 to 23, and what that correlates to in foot size inches is 4.8 inches to 6 inches. Cooper's feet are 4.5 inches, so we got him the smallest, and he's already almost outgrown them. He's got maybe 3 weeks in these shoes so far, and I think he maybe has another 2 before he outgrows them, and then they will be stored away waiting for the next child. But I would say make sure to measure your child's foot before you order these, and then maybe go a little bit higher than you think you need to. We thought going up the 0.3 inches was going to give us plenty of space for him, and he went through these way faster than I wanted him to. And the very last thing I want you to consider is that these come in at the price point of $50. From what I'm seeing online, that's not too far past what a pair of like toddler Nikes will run you. I'm seeing ones that are 40 and 30 and 50 as well, so we are reaching the same amount. In my opinion, it's worth it for you to go out and invest in your kids' footwear to make sure that their feet are growing and developing the way that they're supposed to be. Folks, if you like this video, we would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. There are going to be more reviews like this on kiddos' barefoot shoes coming up in the future. Again, we would appreciate if you'd head down to the link in the description and check out all the outdoor gear affiliates that we have down there. If you want more content from us, make sure to follow along on Instagram and Strava. Those are both places where we post a lot about the activities that we're doing, and we post about the gear that we're doing those activities with. We're glad you're here. We appreciate your view, and as always, we will catch you in the mountains.